So I was reading this post from Seth Godin, and he's one of my favorites. You can click the link in the description; it'll take you to his blog post. But he talks about the difference in demeanor and worldview of Superman and Batman. And I started thinking about like the roofing industry as a whole is a bunch of Batmans. Like think about this, guys. All right, so you probably went to Yale, you know, and your life was really charmed the whole time. You probably went to Duke. You were probably on course to become a doctor. And then you were like, I think I'm going to become a roofer instead. I think that'll be a better course, you know? Like that's Superman, right? Superman has the frame like he's going to go to Yale. He was given a gift. The gift came from something that didn't come from pain or suffering. And he was able to just be just awesome. This privilege, like we all hear about privilege. Superman's privileged. Batman, his parents got murdered. And then he became the darkness, and he became this this you see what I'm saying? And I feel like, okay, if you got the hustle, then you can be a roofer. But if you don't have the hustle, then everyone around you while you're roofing is going to run through you, or you're not going to be able to take the notes. Well, about a couple of years ago, it's probably like 5 years ago, some 4 years ago, I was knocking through a neighborhood, and it was July, super hot, and I'm knocking, and I'm sweating, and it's disgusting. And I got buddies, I got family. There's no way that they would ever do that. But like they're more like people just won't do that. They don't have that Batman in them. Like I feel like so many of the guys that we work with over the years, they're more Batman than Superman. They're not lawyers. They're not doctors. They didn't go to school and get straight A's the whole way through. And they're not like, I'm going to take my gift and I'm going to give it back to the world. I like that idealistic. It's not really like that. Here's another one. I think that Mercedes Benz is beautiful. But I feel like it's a doctor, lawyer, accountant car. Where like Audi is more like the Batmobile. Like Audi's like more like nasty, more like from the Batman angle instead of from the Superman angle. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's it's just something that I was thinking about. But check out this blog post. Go click. Now here's the thing. Seth Godin writes a book, right, called The Linchpin. Linchpin. Linchpin, I believe. And if you own a roofing company, you're the linchpin, and then there's spokes, same as a wheel. And in most corporations, like let's say you go work at Costco, or you go work at Walmart, or you go, whatever, Best Buy. You're a spoke in a wheel. You're not a linchpin, right? So the book is so good, right? And then what he does when you click the link in the description, it's going to take you to his blog post, and then he's got the blog here, and then on this side, so it's vice versa, I think, for you. He's got a sign up, and you'll get an email pretty much every day. And then what he does is he ties his emails together and then turns them into books. It's the best freaking. It's almost like a mini. There's so many things that he says that's magic. And if you don't know about Seth Godin and you're a roofer, and if you look at him, he looks the complete opposite of me. He looks like a New York Times writer. He looks like a weird professor with weird glasses and bald head. He looks, and I think that he's charmed. You know, I think that he's Superman, most definitely. I think that he's Superman, but I'm definitely Batman, and I can't help it. I'm dyslexic, rough, rugged, and raw. I got tenacity. I don't want to have a boss. Everything comes from pain. Everything. Like all the drive comes from pain. Um, I got too much testosterone. It's Batman all day, all day. You know, and I love some Supermans in my life. You know, but I'm definitely coming from the darker side. You know, go ahead, click the link, read that thing. You know, and then I think that the roofing industry and why we got here, you know, like we were like, what should we do? Like you go like there was this Snoop Dogg thing back in the day, you know, in Doggy Style, and he was talking about what do you want to be when you grow up, Snoop? And he goes, I want to be a monster. You better ask somebody, you know. And like the other kids were like, I want to be a fireman, and then the I want to be a police officer, you know. I want to be a doctor, you know? And then, like, who said when you were a kid, like, think about this, guys, for real. Who said, I want to be a roofer? Or I want to be a professional salesperson? Or I doubt it. Maybe one, maybe two out of 100 of you. But that's only because your dads drove big, giant F-350s and they were making more money. And you knew in your mind, you were like, the guys that make the money are the guys in the trucks. I didn't really grow up like that. I grew up with a dad that was more white collar, you know? And, you know, I never really thought, you know, like the guys with the trucks, the guys that are making more money than everyone are the guys that are in the trucks. Like I couldn't put it together. Like when I was going through school, I was working with this guy, and we were doing like found like crap, not crap work, but not the type of work that I'm really good at, you know. So we were getting underneath houses, and we were soldering stuff, and then we were doing bars, you know, at like Mexican restaurants. Like we were building bars, you know, and we were doing additions to homes. And we were building, you know, and one day he looked over at me and he goes, "Man, you need to make money with your mouth, bro. Like you need to never touch a hammer. You need to never touch anything that has to do with, you know, because you know, like I'm real good with a computer. Like you give me a computer, you know, and everything makes sense, you know. But I'm real dyslexic, so I didn't get through school properly, you know. So and then I'm an alcoholic, but I got over 10 years of sobriety, you know. So I'm over 10 years sober, but I'm an alcoholic, like a real alcoholic, you know. And then I'm really introvert, like super introvert, INTJ. That's my Myers Briggs. So like you take all those and then you put that into what would he be? He would either be a gangster, you know, like somebody super pissed off, or Batman, play on the computer, you know, make videos like this that don't even like how the roofing company, how the roofing industry is full of Batmans and not Supermans. I mean, that's so weird, man. Why would I think like that? Doesn't make sense. Y'all be good.